even although the parent may be a non-Muslim and the child may be a Muslim, what is the akhlaq of the child Muslim with his parents? And this hadith, it is narrated upon the authority of Ibn Abbas radiyallahu anhuma fi qawlih azza wa jal, imma yablughanna indaka al-kibar aw ahaduhuma aw kilahuma fala taqul lahuma uffin ولا تنهرهما وقل لهما قولا كريما. And if one of them, your parents, becomes old, or both of them become old, فلا تقل لهما أف, do not use the words of uff with them, and do not remove yourself away from them. وقل لهما قولا كريما, and always use words of that which are gracious. And then in the ayah following on, it is said, rather make dua for them, as I was small, O Allah have mercy upon them as they had mercy upon me when I was a child. But then there's an ayah with regards to the parents, ما كان للنبي والذين آمنوا أن يستغفروا للمشركين. And it is not for the Prophet nor for the believers that they do istighfar, asking Allah to forgive the mushrikeen. وَلَوْ كَانُوا أُولِي قُرْبَى, even if they be of the nearest of relatives, مِن بَعْدِ مَا تَبَيَّنَ لَهُمْ أَنَّهُمْ أَصْحَابُ الْجَحِيمِ, after it has become clear to them the fact that they are from the people of the hellfire. From this we understand that whilst the parents are alive, and the parents may be mushrikeen, the parents may be non-Muslims, we are commanded the fact that we do not raise our voices to them and not to even say the words of uff against them when they ask you to do something out of burden. And the second thing is the fact that you always make dua for them, asking Allah to guide them and look after them as they used to do so when you were young. But then there is the akhlaq of the believer set by Allah, that after the parents die, even although you spent your time trying to engage them and trying to call them to Islam, and they rejected, and you continued your good akhlaq with them, then leave the matter of them with Allah. Then after that there is no istighfar or giving sadaqah on behalf of them, because they were mushrikeen that died upon the state. So the akhlaq of the believers with the parents whilst they are alive is that they have good akhlaq with them, do not raise their voices with them, do not feel burdened by their commands and so forth. But after their death, we leave their matter to Allah. And this is a hadith also narrated by Sa'd ibn Abi Waqqas. قال نزلت في 4 آيات. Sa'd ibn Abi Waqqas says that 4 ayahs were revealed due to myself, and they are in the book of Allah. كانت أمي حلفت, my mother had sworn by the gods at the time. ألا تأكل ولا تشرب. Now Sa'd ibn Abi Waqqas, his mother was not a Muslim at the time. The mother was not a Muslim, and she had sworn by the gods of the time, ألا تأكل ولا تشرب, that she would not drink or nor would she eat anything. حتى أفارق محمدا صلى الله عليه وسلم. So she had said that I will not eat from this day onwards, nor will I drink from this day onwards, until you, O Sa'd, remove yourself from the company of Muhammad صلى الله عليه وسلم. فأنزل الله عز وجل. And due to her statement this, Allah revealed down this ayah, وَإِن جَاهَدَاكَ عَلَىٰ أَن تُشْرِكَ بِي مَا لَيْسَ لَكَ بِهِ عِلْمٌ فَلَا تُطِعْهُمَا وَصَاحِبْهُمَا فِي الدُّنْيَا مَعْرُوفًا. And Allah said, and if they were to go against you or to command you to do shirk with Allah. Now, like we said, the most degrading of sin in the sight of Allah is shirk. And if Allah is commanding us that even although they ask you to do or command you to do something against Allah, this is between them and Allah. but what's your akhlaq? How should you behave? وَإِن جَاهَدَاكَ عَلَىٰ أَن تُشْرِكَ بِمَا لَيْسَ لَكَ بِهِ عِلْمٍ. And if they ask you to commit shirk with Allah Azza wa Jal in that which they have no knowledge, فَلَا تُطِعْهُمَا. You don't follow them in that. وَصَاحِبْهُمَا فِي الدُّنْيَا مَعْرُوفًا. But rather keep them company in the world in a manner that which is great and good. So here as a command is, even although they're asking you to do something against Allah, that which is major and degrading, but rather Allah Azza wa Jal says, keep your patience and keep with them in this world in a manner that which is good. وَثَانِيَةً. And the second ayah that was revealed upon Sa'd ibn Abi Waqqas, إِنِّي كُنْتُ أَخَذْتُ سَيْفًا أَعْجَبَنِي. He says, I had taken a safe, a sword, أَعْجَبَني. I had liked it, فَقُلْتُ يَا رَسُولَ اللَّهِ هَبْ لِي هَذَا. He said to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I like this sword, let me take it. فَنَزَلَتْ يَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الْأَنْفَالِ. And then the ayah was revealed that you will be asked with regards to the booty of the war. So this was something that during the war, that one of the swords of the enemies was left, and he wanted to take it. So the ayah was revealed that you will be asked about this. So the third ayah that was revealed upon Sa'd ibn Abi Waqqas, not upon him, but rather due to him. وَثَالِثًا إِنِّي مَرِضْتُ فَأَتَانِي رَسُولُ اللَّهِ صَلَى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ. I became sick, and the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam came to see me. فَقُلْتُ يَا رَسُولَ اللَّهِ. I said to him, O Prophet of Allah, إِنِّي أُرِيدُ أَنْ أَقْسِمَ مَالِي. I want to swear off my wealth, meaning I want to swear to give it. أَفَأُوصِينِي بِالنِّصْفِ. Do you advise me that I give half of my wealth? فَقَالَ لَا. He said, no, you don't give half of your wealth. فَقُلْتُ الثُّلُث. Should I give 1/3? فَسَكَتَ فَكَانَ الثُّلُثُ بَعْدَهُ جَائِزٌ. And after I had said to him, I'll give 1/3, rather not half, he became quiet, and due to his silence, we took that acceptance, and it became permissible after that if a person reaches his stage of death, that he is able to give off 1/3 of his wealth to whomever he wishes. And this is in another hadith with regards to another companion, that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, with relation to giving your wealth upon your deathbed, that he said that I would give all of my wealth. And then the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, it is better for you to give to your family and leave them with something that enriches them than to leave them in a state that they beg after your death. So it's better to leave wealth for your family. وَالرَّابِعَةُ. And the fourth ayah that was revealed due to myself, or due to the action that I was involved in, إِنِّي شَرِبْتُ الْخَمْرَ. I was drinking alcohol مَعَ قَوْمٍ مِنَ الْأَنصَارِ, with the nation of the Ansar. And don't forget that this ayah, this statement is prior to the alcohol becoming haram. The alcohol had not become haram yet. So he says that we were drinking with a nation from the Ansar. فَضَرَبَ رَجُلٌ مِّنْهُمْ أَنْفِي. Because the other man from the people of the Ansar had drank a little too much, he had picked up something and hit me upon my nose. بِلَحْيَيْ جَمَلٍ. And it was a jaw of a camel, meaning from the bone of the jaw of the camel. فَأَتَيْتُ النَّبِي صَلَى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ. And then I came to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and I complained to him the fact that this is what was happening, and we were drinking, and somebody picked up the jaw of the camel and hit me with it upon my nose. فَأَنزَلَ عَزَّ وَجَلْ تَحْرِيمَ الْخَمْرِ. And from that day, Allah Azza wa Jal revealed the ayah of the tahrim al-khamr, that the alcohol would have become haram after that stage. So these are the 4 ayahs that were revealed due to Sa'd ibn Abi Waqqas. But the shahid from the hadith, meaning the point of the hadith, was the first ayah, meaning the fact that when his mother had told him that I will swear upon the gods not to eat or not to drink until you leave the company of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and Allah had revealed down to to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in direction of what he had said, فَلَا تُطِعْهُمَا وَصَاحِبْهُمَا فِي الدُّنْيَا مَعْرُوفًا. Do not be obedient to them in that which they ask you to do of shirk, but rather stay with them in good manners and in good company. And I say, Allah Azza wa Jal accept from us that which we do of our fasting and standing of the nights, and may Allah Azza wa Jal guide us to the understanding of the ahadith which we have read today. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين.